All right, it's time now for that WXXV exclusive story tonight. WXXV News 25's Elizabeth Keene is back in studio to talk about her experience this week at the Mississippi Governor's Mansion. Elizabeth, what a great experience for you.
Oh, absolutely, Grant. I had an incredible time yesterday getting to visit with First Lady-Elee-Reeves. We learned about her life in the Magnolia State, her initiatives, and the many things she's accomplished.
Wife, mother, businesswoman, philanthropist, volunteer. Those are just a few titles that describe Elee-Reeves, well known around the Magnolia State through one other title, the First Lady of Mississippi.
I grew up in Tylertown, Mississippi, which is a very small town in southwest Mississippi. And my mom is a teacher. My dad owned an Ace Hardware and a furniture store.
Reeves moved to Macomb during her youth and graduated from Macomb High School. She attended Millsaps College, where she majored in business administration and was involved in Kappa Delta sorority and Millsaps singers. And she met her husband, Governor-Tate-Reeves.
I actually met Tate at Millsaps, and we fell in love with Jackson and decided to stay here.
The Reeves had 3 daughters, Tyler, Emma, and Maddie, and the family was involved in politics throughout the girls' early lives. That intensified when their father was elected as the 65th governor of Mississippi and took office in January 2020.
It was kind of baby steps to get here, just because we always had been in kind of that world and in the campaign world, that it made it, I think, a little bit easier to transition here, just because we were used to going to, my kids especially, were used to going to political events, and we have events here, and, you know, my girls come to the events, and especially my youngest, Maddie. I think she is going to be the little politician in the family, and we actually call her the mayor of the mansion.
Upon taking her position as the state's first lady, Reeves began to focus on her many charitable initiatives.
I've always been real involved in the community. My parents, just from a very young age, talked about, giving back to the community and volunteering.
She's partnered with Keep Mississippi Beautiful and has restored the historic Governor's Mansion through the Friends of the Mansion program. But perhaps her favorite initiatives involve working with children.
We wanted to focus on children and doing something, because I love getting in the classrooms. I love getting to read to kids. I love talking to kids. It's really, that's the funnest part of the job. And so we collaborated with my staff and others, also with the Department of Education, and came up with a 4th grade coloring book. And we developed Fred the Turtle. And so Fred the Turtle went on traveling around the state, and we were able to get in 34,000 students, get them to 34,000 students across the state. And we visited almost every school district.
Reeves also introduced the Florist of the Month program, which gives local florists and designers the opportunity to showcase their work in displays at the entrance to the mansion.
Every year, the First family decorates for Christmas. And although I find myself much more of like a business background, I have no creative background. And so I knew I was going to need some help. And I have so many friends that are in the decorating and floral business, and I wanted to be able to let everyone help. And the first thing we did is we put together a program in called Florist of the Month. From that, we thought, look, why don't we expand that and come up with some kind of a competition for decorators and florists to submit proposals, and we can pick.
Reeves creates a theme for these Christmas displays each year, and people from around the state send in ornaments to display on the many Christmas trees. This started with a COVID Heroes theme in 2020 before switching gears completely in 2021 and since.
That year, we put a call out to kids across Mississippi saying, hey, if you want to make an ornament, send it in to us and we'll put it on our Christmas trees. And so, we first thought we might have one Christmas tree with children's ornaments. We ended up getting over 2,000 ornaments. I mean, we were having to put up Christmas trees like left and right, trying to get them up so we could showcase everyone's ornaments. And we were so excited about that.
Following our talk with Reeves, WXXV News 25 had the chance to tour the mansion, including one of the First Lady's favorite spots, the garden, which she has worked extremely hard to rejuvenate.
They're all plants native to our area, and so one of the things that we are really proud of is that now when people come and tour the inside, they can also go tour outside. And, if they want to pick a flower, they can pick a flower. But it's kind of just a nice treasure to see this really pretty green space downtown.
And we met a special guest along the way.
The garden is my favorite part, and what Ely raised a lot of private money to do that, and it's a pretty special out there. I think it's a East Garden that is befitting of the Governor's Mansion of the state of Mississippi, is what I would say, and it's all because of her work. So,
One last thing about Reeves, she's a Mississippi girl through and through. She loves the beautiful Magnolia State and its people, and she always will.
Well, one of the things that I love most about Mississippi is everybody is kin, or everybody knows somebody that you're kin to. And so it's always, no matter where you go, you feel like it's home.
Well, Elizabeth, it's not every day that you get to go on assignment to the governor's mansion. I have to ask you, what was your favorite part about this story and going to see the first family in the governor's mansion?
Well, I mean, they were all so kind, so welcoming, and it was awesome to meet all of them, but we also got to tour the mansion, as I mentioned, and I loved the garden. It was so beautiful. I mean, you just walked out there and it was so peaceful. The church bells were actually going off as we went outside, and that was just a whole other layer to that, so it was absolutely incredible.
I like to hear that. That's a great choice, too. It looks like it's a very serene spot on the grounds. So, Elizabeth, great reporting there. We do appreciate it.
Thank you, Grant.
Yeah.